Once upon a time, there was a small town, the kind of place where everyone knew everyone else's name, where kids played in the streets until sunset, and where the rhythm of life was slow and steady. But as the years went by, the town began to change. People started rushing, always chasing money, success, or some form of recognition. They were so caught up in the rat race that they forgot the simple pleasures of life. In this town lived a man named Mr. Daniel. He was a carpenter by trade, and his life seemed ordinary to those who knew him. He woke up early, worked on his craft, spent time with his family and friends, and was an active member of his community. But those who knew him well, including myself, knew that there was more to Mr. Daniel than met the eye. You see, while everyone else in town was caught up in the rat race, he was the only one who remained calm and focused on what truly mattered. He took pride in his work and saw beauty in the simplest of things, like the sound of birds chirping in the morning or the smile on his granddaughter's face. He was content with what he had and didn't feel the need to chase after more. One day, a young man from the city visited the town. He was looking for a carpenter to build him a table, and he had heard that Mr. Daniel was the best. The young man entered Mr. Daniel's workshop and was amazed by what he saw. The walls were covered with beautiful wood carvings, and every piece was a masterpiece. But what impressed him the most was Mr. Daniel's state of mind. Despite being busy with work, Mr. Daniel was calm and focused. There was no anxiety or stress about him. And as the young man watched him work, he realized that this old carpenter was not just a skilled craftsman, but also a master of life. After finishing the table, Mr. Daniel handed it over to the young man and explained that life was like a piece of wood. It can be shaped and molded into anything, but it all starts with a single cut. The young man understood what he meant and thanked Mr. Daniel for teaching him this valuable lesson. As the years passed, the people of the town gradually realized the importance of living in the moment and appreciating the little things in life, just like Mr. Daniel had done all along. They learned that life wasn't about chasing money or success, but about finding happiness in every moment, no matter how small it may seem. In the end, it's not the things we chase that bring us happiness, but the moments we cherish that make life truly worthwhile. A man looked at his reflection in a glass trophy. It was filled with memories of a lifetime of achievements. But as he gazed at the smiling faces, a deep sadness washed over him. He had everything he ever wanted, yet he felt empty inside. When Daniel was a boy, his mother once told him, "Son, remember, life is not measured by the wealth you collect, but by the smiles you create." At that time, he didn't fully understand what she meant, but those words stayed in his heart. He dedicated his life to making people smile. He became a comedian. He made millions laugh. But even that didn't bring him joy, because as he looked out into the audience, he saw a sea of unfamiliar faces. He realized that in his pursuit of fame and fortune, he had forgotten the most important thing, the reason he started in the first place. He missed the connection. He missed the feeling of belonging. So he did something crazy, quit his successful career, and started over. This time, he didn't chase the applause. He simply followed his heart. And in doing so, he discovered a joy that was far greater than any success he had ever known. One day, Daniel saw a rich man sitting in a luxurious car. The car was worth at least $2 million, but the man inside was all alone. There was no one beside him. Daniel couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness for the man. On the same street, Daniel saw a poor fruit seller. He was laughing and joking with his children. They were so happy and carefree, and all they had was a piece of bread to share between them. At that moment, Daniel realized that the happiness he was seeking was not in things, but in moments like these. He realized that true happiness was not about being rich or having a lot of money, but about spending time with loved ones and creating memories that would last a lifetime. From that day on, Daniel made it his mission to find happiness in the small things in life and to cherish the moments he had with his family and friends. He knew that these were the things that truly mattered, not the material possessions he had. One day, Daniel saw a rich man sitting in a luxurious car. The car was worth at least $50,000. But what caught Daniel's attention was the fact that the man was sitting alone in the driver's seat. There was no one beside him. On the same street, Daniel saw a poor fruit seller. He was sitting on a small stool beside his cart, laughing and joking around with his children as they shared a piece of bread. At that moment, Daniel realized that the rich man in the expensive car was actually poorer than the fruit seller, because the fruit seller had something that the rich man didn't have, something that money can't buy. He had his family and friends to share his simple piece of bread with. Daniel realized that happiness is not found in things. And the richest person in the world is the one who has the most friends and family to share those moments with. So the next time you're feeling sad or lonely, remember the poor fruit seller and the rich man in the expensive car. And remember that happiness is not found in things, but in the people you share those things with. A man named Daniel was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He had everything he ever wanted, but as he grew older, he noticed something. The people around him only cared about one thing: his money. They only wanted to be his friend because of his money. So one day he decided to change. On that day, Daniel made a rule for his life. Always be thankful for what you have. Always help someone when you can. Always keep loving your words. He started giving free fruits to hungry kids, helped old neighbors carry their bags, and never missed a chance to say thank you. I'm sorry. Slowly, people began to respect him, not for his money, but for his heart. And that is the story of today's motivational quote, which is, when you are grateful, people will feel it. When you help people, they will feel it. You show them love, they will feel it. So always be thankful for what you have. Always help someone when you can, and always keep loving your words. Daniel was known throughout the town for his infectious smile. Years passed, Daniel grew old, but his smile never faded. On his last day, the whole town gathered at his home. They whispered, he lived a small life, but the happiest one. And that day, his mother's words echoed once again. Life is not about what we own, it's about what we give. Daniel's life may have been ordinary, but the love and joy he shared with others made him truly rich. His story is a reminder that happiness can be found in the simplest of things, like a warm smile and a life well lived. When was the last time you made someone smile? When was the last time you felt truly happy? Share your thoughts below. So if you want to live a good life, remember Daniel's secret. He was a wise man who lived a very simple life. People often asked him, how do you seem to be so happy and at peace? And he would always reply, I've discovered the secret to life. It's gratitude, kindness, love, and simplicity. He said, be grateful for what you have. Be kind to others. Love deeply and live simply. For at the end of the day, people won't remember how much money you made or how famous you became. They will remember how you made them feel. Daniel would often go to the park and feed the ducks and the birds. He would sit down on a bench and just watch the sunset. As the sun went down, he would feel a sense of peace and gratitude for just being alive. So if you want to live a good life, remember Daniel's secret. Be grateful, be kind, love deeply, and live simply.